the 1953 Class B state football champions. And gentlemen, don't worry, we have a city bus waiting outside to take you all home. At this time, we would like to show a video of that magic season.
There's glory in the legends of this hard muscle life, and there's poetry in each season made of sweat and strife. Winds whisper of high hopes. Victory is in the skies. A season awaits with glory in her eyes. One joins with many on summer's green field. Time to strive, to dare, for all not to yield.
is up here, and Bob Capitano will introduce the team. Gentlemen.
Go ahead, Frank.
Well, you know we were slow, but not that much slower.
Come on, get up there.
Well, I understand if we stick around a little bit longer, they're going to be serving breakfast. We certainly got a lot of apologies to do, I guess, for the delay in this, but bear with us because this is truly a great football team you're going to hear about. They're passing out hats, and Joe Mastranzo was going to give you the business because when we were inducted, my football team, we never received hats, and we're still wondering why not. There you go. I'd like to give a little background about this football team. And before I do that, I want to talk about the 1952 football team. It was a football team that was undefeated, the Class B champions, and many people argue that it's probably one of the greatest football teams that ever come out of Watertown High School. Along comes the 1953 team, not too many seniors, a lot of juniors, not a lot of experience. Where do you begin? Well, Hall of Fame coach Joe Zeno starts to mold and develop this football team. His first job is to try to find a couple of football players, good football players, that would be strong leaders to captain this football team. He selects two, and as time will show, they were great selections. One recently inducted to the Hall of Fame tonight, Coco Gadarian, and the other is John Marini. The team had many problems to overcome. After the 1952 season, there were not a lot of Class B teams that wanted to play Watertown. The teams were completely dominated the year before. They were left with a short schedule. What happened, they had to go out and start scheduling Class A powerhouses. The Newtons, the Revere's, Malden Catholic, Brockton, Brookline. It was not going to be easy or chore for this team. Louis Romanelli said to me, as he came in as a sophomore and transferred to St. Pat's, that he was amazed at the ethnic diversity of this football team and how a coach and captains and leadership could mold this team and to compete as one unit. For this team to put it all together and to win the Class B championship is really unbelievable. And for all of us who have played sports, especially team sports, try to realize how great a football team this must have been. Watertown has never had two football teams back-to-back champions. You had the 52 team and now the 53 team. To win a championship, it takes special coaches, special team captains, very talented players, and a lot of luck. And even with all that, it is extremely difficult to do. It's almost impossible. And yet this football team did exactly that. They came back, they put everything in a pot, and somehow they come out with a Class B championship football team. I remember growing up and watching this team play. And I remember what an impact it was and what impact they had on our lives. And I remember going to some of the games and listening to the names and the players. They were not only great athletes, but they were off the field, strong leaders. Always had time to talk to the younger kids that we used to hang around and grab the shirts and try and grab and steal whatever we could from them. They were always there to help and give advice. They were true leaders. They set the example for us. I never realized it, but we really tried to emulate and try to become what the Class B champion teams were. And we strived and we worked to accomplish maybe a little bit of what these gentlemen have accomplished. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you probably and arguably one of the greatest football teams to come out of Watertown High School, the 1953 Class B championship football team. apologize. The co-captain, John Marini, was here. John had to leave. He had knee surgery on 2 knees about 2 weeks ago. Did not want to miss the event. He showed up and he was in severe pain and he had to leave, unfortunately. There was Captain Coco Gogordian, Lenny Hill, Ted Kelly, Dick Berardino, Lou Romanelli, Paul Basile, Lou Pianadosi, Bob LaPrette, Frank Kelly, Walter McCurdick, Angela English, Don Russo, Dick Lynch, James D. Simone, Nick Costanzo, John Hamilton, Marty Kleins, Aaron Miller, Frank Basile, Nick Dingy Delvin, Larry DeAngelis, Dave Policelli, Anthony Scalzi, George Abajian, Rocky Shashudian, Joe Mastrangelo, Carl Johnson, and Paul Franchi, the 1953 championship team. Congratulations. Excuse me. There's one other name, and this shows you what class this team had. I was told to introduce to you the water boy. I said, well, you know, I'm not going to do that, but who's the water boy? And unfortunately, the water boy never advanced to much beyond being a water boy, but we'll introduce him anyway. He was an All-American, Richie Green. Would you please come up? You all know we're right after Richie Green. Pete McGrath. I don't know, now John Marini was going to be the spokesperson, and unfortunately he left, so I don't know who wants, Lenny Hill? Lenny Hill, quarterback.
The fact that we're all very, very, very old men, like triple, we would all fall asleep up here if I talked. So all I will say, it was a terrific honor to be a member of the Watertown community and be on 2 championship football teams. And most of the team's members here played both on the 52 championship team and on the 53. So it was quite a feat. We're thrilled, and I'm glad that we all had the timing to be at the right place at the right time.